Often referred as a super grain. It's very high in fiber, high quality of protein than any other whole grain. It has more protein than any other like wheat, rice, barley, jowar, any of those. It has a very high content of protein. So 1 cup of quinoa can give you almost 14 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber, and which is very, very useful source of protein for vegetarians. It's a great substitute when you do not want, when you want to watch out, you don't want to have too much of dairy products. Then quinoa is an excellent grain, and it works very well with Indian diets. I use it to make khichdis, to make pulaus. I sprinkle it with my salads, and it tastes just like a regular grain, so it doesn't taste any different. It's higher in calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, iron than any other corn like barley or corn. Quinoa in its whole grain form may be effective in preventing and treating these conditions: atherosclerosis, breast cancer, diabetes, insulin resistance. So often they come up with a non-nutritive sweetener. Before it was Splenda, now they've come up with stevia and truvia that are basically the new non-nutritive sweeteners, and they're also more natural form than Splenda because they are derived actually from a plant. Stevia is actually, you can get a plant available in Lowe's or Home Depot and actually grow it, and even one leaf of that plant basically it's 10 times sweeter than like 2 teaspoons of sugar. You just have to use very little. Once you take the leaf, you dry it, powder it. You can use just a very little pinch of that powder and put it in your tea or in any of your cooking, and it's very sweet. So it's available as a plant, which you can definitely grow. Like I said, it is safer for consumption. It has been FDA approved. And E-col should be definitely avoided by people who have this metabolic disorder. It's called phenylketonuria metabolic disorder, and generally it's diagnosed when you are a small baby. So anybody who has kids who have phenylketonuria disorder definitely want to avoid taking E-col because it has aspartame. So the good substitute for them again is going to be stevia, Splenda, or truvia. So Splenda is also equally good, but again, it's not a natural source. It's basically like a more processed source of sugar. So I would definitely recommend, if you are taking non-nutritive sweeteners for health reasons, then take stevia or truvia. But long-term use or prolonged use of too much of non-nutritive sweeteners is always not recommended. So I always tell my clients that if you don't need to use non-nutritive sweeteners, please don't use it. Just use little amount of sugar, because again, natural sugar, if you're just having 1 cup of a tea and that's all the amount of sugar you need for the whole day, then why not just have the natural form? Why do you need to use a substitute? But again, if you have diabetes or you are watching your weight, you are overweight or something, then if you have to resort to non-nutritive sweeteners, then these would be my recommendations. So in conclusion, I definitely want to say, like I always say, that please consult with your healthcare provider, your doctor, before taking any or trying any dietary supplements, because it's always good to check with your lab results, your medications, that if you're on any current medications, would all these contradict? Can I take it? It's because sometimes what happens when you're taking this, the effect of the medication doesn't work. They work against each other, so it doesn't help. Pregnant or nursing mothers definitely should avoid taking any of these supplements. But in natural form, you can take blueberries. You can have all those in natural form. But as supplements, you want to avoid it. Keep in mind that natural does not always necessarily mean safe. So always consult your doctor or talk with your dietitian or anything. Okay? Thank you very much.